Ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. Could I ask the candidates to join me from Brighton and Hove, please? I, Penny Thompson, acting returning officer, give notice that the number of votes for each candidate at the election of a Member of Parliament in the Brighton-Kemp Town constituency are as follows. Ian Verdon Buchanan, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 4,446 votes. Paul Chandler, Liberal Democrats, 1,365 votes. Davy Jones, Green Party, 3,187 votes. Simon Kirby, the Conservative Party candidate, 18,428 votes. Nancy Platt, the Labour Party, 17,738 Jacqueline Schodeker, the Socialist Party of Great Britain, 73 votes, and Matt Taylor, Independent, 69 votes. The number of ballot papers rejected was as follows. Voting for more than permitted number, 45. Mark identifying voter, 2. Unmarked or uncertain, 130. This gave a total number of rejected votes as 177. The turnout, as I said earlier, was 67.03%. And I declare that Simon Kirby is duly elected as Member of Parliament for the Brighton and Kemp Town constituency.
Good morning everyone, just a very few words. I'd like to say thank you to all my opponents, commiserations, they all fought excellent campaigns. Thank you to my family, my wife, my children who helped. Thank you to my team of people that worked hard. But thank you, Brighton and Kemp Town. I will continue to work hard for all of you, regardless of which party people support. I will do my very best to be a loud voice and to stand up for our city. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much.
Well, I'm delighted, obviously, to be able to continue to serve the people of Brighton and Kemp Town and to save them. It's been a very hard-fought battle. We've all tried very hard to spread the message that the way forward is to have a Conservative majority government, and I'm delighted after a very long night to be the victor and to have the opportunity to continue in this seat.
By my reckoning, it was only by 690 votes. That's less than last time.
Absolutely, it's been Brighton and Hove's a very different place to the rest of the country. The Labour Party put huge effort into all three seats. Unions have backed the Labour candidates enormously. It's been a very hard fight, but at the end of the day, in Brighton and Kemp Town, we've won. I will continue as the MP, and I'm looking forward very much to seeing a majority Conservative government.
Nevertheless, many people are very concerned about the cuts that are now going to be inevitable and where they're going to fall, because the Tories have been very unclear about that during the campaign.
Yes, I mean, I can understand people being concerned. However, whoever formed a government, the cuts would still be necessary, and we have to make difficult decisions. And I look forward to representing my constituents making sure that their voice is heard and the savings and cuts are made in the most sensible way possible.
Could I ask the candidates to join me here, please, for the declaration of the result of the Hove constituency election? Thank you. I, Penny Thompson, acting returning officer, give notice that the number of votes for each candidate at the election of a Member of Parliament in Hove constituency are as follows. Jenny Barnard Langston, Independent, 322 votes. Graham Cox, the Conservative Party candidate, 20,846 votes. Dame Dixon, the official raving monster Looney Party, 125 votes. Christopher Hawtrey, Green Party, 3,569 votes. Dave Hill, Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition, 144 votes. Peter Kyle, Labour Party, 22,000. Peter John Lamble, Liberal Democrat, 1,861 votes. Kevin Smith, UKIP, 3,265 votes. The number of ballot papers that were rejected was as follows. Want of official mark, 1. Voting for more than permitted number, 63. Mark identifying the voter, 3. Unmarked or uncertain, 167. That gave the total number of rejected votes to be 234. As you know, the turnout was 71.36%. And I declare that Peter Kyle is duly elected as a member of
the returning officer and all of her staff have worked so hard on this election in the last few weeks and months. It's been great to see so many people voting today, and I'd like to thank the police, polling station staff, and all of you here who have counted the ballots over the last few hours. My agent, who's been here through the whole night, has said that you've all acted with absolute professionalism and empathy and warmth, and I'm really grateful for that. Our democracy is a precious thing, and it takes many people who work many days on days like today and put in huge amounts of hours to make it happen, so thank you all very much. I'd also like to pay tribute to my fellow candidates who I enjoyed debating with in the last few months, and also to all of the activists from all of the parties who have given up their time to engage residents in our political debate. My biggest thanks, of course, go to the people of Hove and Portslade. Today I feel an immense sense of pride and overwhelming sense of responsibility. It's a huge honour to have been elected the Member of Parliament for Hove and Portslade. I promise to work every day to repay the trust that you put in me and to deliver a better future that we all want for ourselves, our families and our communities. I, of course, couldn't have done this on my own. I did it standing on the shoulders of hundreds of volunteers who gave up so much time, effort and enthusiasm to my campaign. Not just over the last few weeks, but day in, day out, over the last 2 years. To my wonderful agent Mel, to my tireless organiser Chris, and the dedicated party staff, including Jake, Harry and Kirsty, I will be forever grateful. Thank you. I'm in politics because I believe change is possible, because I'm an optimist, and because I believe we can have a better future. As your Member of Parliament, I'm determined to deliver the better future that we campaign for here in Hove and Horsewade. I will be your Member of Parliament whether you voted for me, someone else, or not at all. Because I want to deliver the priorities of jobs, housing, protecting our public services, and making sure that we as a city do better for our young people. And I can't wait to get started. Thank you.
Can I just thank everyone who worked on my campaign? I'm very, very grateful. I just want to offer my congratulations to who I'm sure will be a very good MP for Hove and Horsewade. And I hope to be able to watch Sussex win the county championship this year. Thank you very much.
Hello again. Can I ask the candidates to join me, please, for the declaration of the result of the election for Brighton Pavilion constituency? I, Penny Thompson, acting returning officer, give notice that the number of votes for each candidate at the election of a Member of Parliament in the Brighton Pavilion constituency are as follows. Chris Bowers, Liberal Democrats, 1,525. Nigel David Carter, UKIP, 2,724. Caroline Lucas, Green Party, 22,800. That was 22,871. Clarence Eden Mitchell, the Conservative Party candidate, 12,448. Howard Pilot, the Socialist Party of Great Britain, 88. Perna Sen, Labour Party, 14,000. That was 14,904. Nick Yeomans, Independent, 116. The number of ballot papers rejected was as follows. Want of official mark, 36. Voting for more than permitted number, 53. Unmarked or uncertain, 97. That gave the number of total rejected votes to be 186. As I've already said, the turnout was 71.67%, and I declare that Caroline Lucas is duly elected.
I'd like to thank the returning officer and her staff for all of their amazing work in this election and all their very, very hard work into the early hours of this morning. I'd also like to thank the other candidates for the way they've conducted their campaigns, and I hope in the future that we'll have the chance to work together for the benefit of the city. But of course I want to say a huge thank you to my own supporters here tonight, across the constituency and beyond, who've worked so tirelessly during this campaign. There are so many to mention: Adam, my campaign manager, Kath, Steve, my agent, so many more. You know who you are. You have worked tirelessly. I have been privileged to work with you. Thank you so very, very much for all of the hours that you've put in. Tonight's victory is your victory. But I also want to pay tribute to my family for all their support. Richard, you are my rock. I could not have stayed the course without you. Isaac, Theo, thank you so much for all of your support and all of your love. 5 years ago, I stood here and said that together we in Brighton had made history. But tonight we've gone further. We've shown that not only can we win elections, but we can represent the people. 5 years ago, I also pledged to serve the people of this city as best I could. Thank you for putting your faith in me again. It has been a huge, huge privilege to represent the people of Brighton Pavilion. This is an incredibly special place. It is creative, compassionate and brave, and I'm proud to call it my home. The Greens believe that politics doesn't start at the gates of Parliament. It starts on the streets, it starts in people's homes and the workplace. Brighton made history in 2010 by electing me as the first Green MP, because here we made that kind of politics real. Because we made politics about giving people hope, not filling them with fear. And tonight we've made history again, in Brighton and nationally. Thanks to thousands of people up and down the country, this is the Greens' most successful election campaign ever, with almost 1 million people voting Green. We can be proud of what we've achieved together, but I also want to say that I think tonight has shown that our political system in this country is broken. It's ever clearer tonight that the time for electoral reform is long overdue, and it's only proportional representation that will deliver a parliament that is truly legitimate and that better reflects the people it's meant to represent. And another lesson of tonight is also that those of us who want to see a more progressive politics have to find new ways of working together to achieve it. Even more so in the face of what's looking like 5 more years of savage austerity. There are alternatives, and the result in Brighton Pavilion tonight shows that people will vote for it. So together we need to find new ways of putting this new politics into practice. Thank you.
I won't keep you, it's been a very long night. I'd just like quickly to thank Penny and her team who've been fantastic, seeing us through many, many long hours yesterday and overnight, and a fantastic thank you to the team that's worked with me. I won't name names because it would take too long, but it's been a fantastic, principled, honourable campaign with much humour, so thank you all very, very much.
Went up and down the country, mobilising people in an extraordinary way. In the course of the last year, we've seen our membership grow from around 12 or 13,000 a year ago to 63,000, I think it is now, in England and Wales today. So, I think she's done a pretty good job of mobilising those people, getting them out to vote. I think the bigger lesson is around our electoral system, the fact that it is broken, the fact that really the whole election was dominated by the politics of fear. What we heard from the other parties the whole time was basically a message that said, you can't afford to vote for the other ones. Here in Brighton Pavilion we ran a really positive campaign, and I think that's been reflected in the result tonight.